Hello and welcome. This is Jack Bourne. I'm the founder of Deadline Funnel, and in this training, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to make sales 24/7 every single day with your own automated webinar. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. I want to give you an overview of the funnel that you and I are going to be building together. So here we've got a very basic webinar funnel. I'm going to cover questions you may have about things like what if my webinar is different, what sort of software I can use. But first, let's do a basic overview. Starting on the left, we've got someone's going to register for your webinar. Hopefully lots of people, but we're just representing one person. So that's where things start. They register. We've got the webinar represented down at the bottom with the welcome to the webinar, and then we've got a deadline. Now, outside of that, the webinar that we're building is for a product that's available all the time. But during the webinar period, you've got a special deal. And I'll be going through in this training different ways that you can set up your special deal. Should you discount? Should you do bonuses? How should you do bonuses, etc. But for right now, you have just think about having a special deal during the webinar, but anyone can show up on your website at any time and buy your product. Now again, if you're doing things differently and during the webinar is the only time that people can purchase your product, this will still work. I just want to give you an idea of the most common webinar funnel for Evergreen setups that we have seen, and then you can make variations based on this. All right, so moving on from there. We've got a series of emails. So after someone registers, you're going to have a series of emails that go out. Emails inviting them to the webinar, emails after the webinar, getting people who registered but didn't attend possibly to go back and watch the replay, or for everyone, whether they attended or didn't attend, to take advantage of the offer. So between the registration and also between, I would say actually between when the webinar is actually presented and the deadline, excuse me, they can purchase at a special price. And that's the discount. Now, you could also do this as just regular price, but just a whole bunch of bonuses. But a lot of times there's a discount involved. All right, so as someone goes through day by day by day, they can still access the discount. But after the deadline, that discount is no longer available. It's going to be automatically enforced, and that's where Deadline Funnel comes in. And I'll show you how to use that. So after the deadline, if they want to purchase, they'll be redirected automatically to the full price page. Your special offer page with the extra bonuses and the discount, or the combination of those two, is no longer going to be available. And that's basically how the webinar funnel works. Now, I've got a downloadable PDF that I'm going to give you access to. Below this video, you should see a URL where you can download the Evergreen webinar funnel. It might have changed a little bit, but this is what we've come up with for a fantastic starting point for your funnel map for your Evergreen webinar. And this shows you what I was demonstrating in the slides just a few minutes ago. So you've got the registration event represented by the @ symbol. You've got day 0, you're inviting them to the webinar, or your system is rather. Even the morning of the webinar, you've got an email going out inviting them to the webinar. The webinar gives them the special offer. So usually, while they're on the webinar, you're giving them a call to action. So anyone who stays around, sees your offer, they get a call to action to go to a special offer page. And then after that, you're going to send some automated email follow-ups to everyone who at least attended the webinar. Now, what you do with folks who registered but didn't attend, that's one of the wrinkles that I'm going to walk you through, and that's a decision that you're going to have to make. But basically, definitely for the people who attended the webinar, you are going to have your system send out automated emails giving them additional reasons why they should buy and communicating social proof and things like that. And we'll go into those details a little bit later. Also sending them to a replay if they missed some of that. So you'll be sending them to the replay. So the replay sends them to the special offer. Then as you get towards the end of the sequence, you're going to want to probably send them directly to the special offer page and not send them to the replay page because time is of the essence. And we'll get into that. But eventually, between day 5 and day 6 in this example, there's a deadline. And again, this is going to be enforced by Deadline Funnel. We'll get into exactly how that's happening. What's really cool is that as we walk through this, you're going to see how to set this up so that Deadline Funnel is perfectly synchronized with the emails that are going out. So that someone who registers on Monday might have, say, a Thursday deadline. And in that case, someone who registers on Tuesday would have a Friday deadline. And we're going to cover lots of different types of variations. It might be based on when the actual webinar happens, not when they register. So there's a couple different variations that I'm going to go over, but I wanted to give you sort of the overview and just how cool it is that you're going to be able to set this up so that everything is synchronized, so that deadline funnel enforces the deadline, so that what your emails are saying is 100% authentic, even though it's automated. And so this system will be working 24/7. And that's the overview. So let's go to the next lesson and let's go ahead and start building this funnel.